Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be covering my match against Forgotten in GhostDog's Winter Clash, David&Goliath. Big thanks to GhostDog for inviting me to this. I'll leave a link down to his channel in the description, and I'll also leave a link to Forgotten's channel in the description. He's a good dude, very interesting channel. He does a lot of strange rank ups, and some of those I actually ended up buying here, so I went for rank 4 Thor, rank 4 Iceman, and Domino. Those first two, I really rate those rank ups. Props to him for doing those. And a few of the other ones he got as well really surprised me. So there aren't any interesting rules for this aside from you can't use your strikers. So you can have the relics equipped, but you can't use strikers. I think that's the only thing that's different to just having a flat-out brawl in this tournament, and I think it's just because strikers could give an advantage if people had more. I mean, I know that's kind of the case with the roster anyway, but strikers could be detrimental to winning and losing, so GhostDog decided to ban those, which I don't mind. It's going to be a bad habit I can't really get out of, so you will see me try and avoid choosing those in this match, like any chance that I have with the strikers equipped. Anyway, for this first one, I go with Longshot versus Man-Thing. It's kind of a throw. I didn't really have a good Man-Thing counter, so I think this is the best option I had, really. And if I can get into a good rhythm, then I could potentially use the node to my advantage, because I think we did this match before the neutralising Fate Seal bug was fixed. We'll just check that. I made a big mistake there getting hit by the special one. That just means that he gets a hell of a lot more buffs. And no, we did this after the patch was fixed, so Longshot isn't as cracked here as he usually is. Regardless, eating the special one there did slow me down a lot, just because it pushes his power a lot higher from Mystic Dispersion, and it also means that I have a lot more chance to take that poison damage, which ideally, if I can, I want to avoid. And I missed a parry, got hit, he nullified, got to special 3, and now I'm eating one of them. So this is fun. This is why I hate Man-Thing as well. This is why I tend to ban him in this meta, because without a good counter, it's not going to be a fun fight. And it's not all on the counter for this matchup specifically, because part of it was on me. I didn't do my best here at all. But one more heavy attack and he should be dead. Yep, there we go. And I'm hoping at this point that he just times out, because Mr. Fantastic is pretty good in this meta. He can keep up a consistent stagger every 10 hits, but Sasquatch is a beefy boy, and he does play that very well. Like, he couldn't really have done that any better health-wise, but I think he just couldn't deal enough damage in the time that he had. But he did do that very well, so props to him. So in this next round, I think he places Doom? I can't quite remember, this was quite a while ago. No, he places Nimrod, which is interesting. So I can just place Nick here and stall him out while I try to nuke this with Hulkling. And he's gone for Sigil Witch here. Yeah, this is definitely a lot more favourable for me. And then I also feel quite comfortable for round 3 as well, because I have Mojo to place on defense, and then Archangel for whoever else he had left, or even Annihilus for if he plays Colossus. Now, I'm not sure if this is just me, but I'm not having the same results with Hulkling that everybody else is having. Not sure if it's because mine's rank 3, but I don't know, there's just something about him that I'm not sure if it's either I'm not getting or there's something I'm completely missing. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have ended up with a 5 combo because I should have known I was power locked. Or not power locked, special locked. But yeah, as you can see, he's going down pretty quickly here. But I don't know if this is just me, but my fights don't usually go like this. I see people putting up like 40-second fights. And then I also see people putting up like 55,000 points. And part of me just doesn't really understand how they do that. So if you do have any tips, please leave them in the description, or in the comments, because I would like to know how you guys do that. Yeah, there was nothing much more he could have really done there. So I win this first one, and I'm up 1-0 now. Okay, so round 2. I'm feeling very good about my draft here. He places Bishop, which I don't really have an amazing counter for, but that does get that out of the way. So I end up placing Sasquatch. I think he uses Sigil Witch for this. I think. No, he uses Doom. And I think I used Diablo here, yeah. Just because he can't really do much about the poison damage. This is kind of a throw from me, because I'm not expected to win this anyway, since Diablo deals energy damage. But yeah, it is winnable if I just push to special 2 and bait those out and do nothing more. But then that also means me not getting hit by a special 2. Perfect start, get hit in the face a few times. You love to see it. Kind of my speciality these days. So yeah, just parry heavy, literally build up to a special 1, keep rotating those, just keep the philosopher's mix up and keep the nullify active for whenever the armor comes up, and I didn't do that. So just trying to bait out a special 2 here, way too early and I'm dead. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning that one. Yeah, there wasn't really much I can do there, but I've set myself up pretty nicely for the last couple of rounds. So I go to place Havoc on defense because he doesn't have a counter at all, pretty much. And he places Nick Fury. So I think I go with long shot here. Yeah. I definitely know that I can win this if I play it safe and don't instantly like get hit by a light ending combo as soon as he gets into a second life. Something stupid like that. As long as I don't do that, I win this round. Because Korg versus Havoc, when Korg's the attacker, is a very bad matchup. But I can kind of see what he was going for because of the armor break. Just luckily get hit by a special one there. That's, again, typical me. Actually block and bait it this time. I think I wanted to let my good karma fall off and then counter with a heavy attack. I did try and go for a heavy counter there, but his light attack reached from pretty much halfway across the stage, which did surprise me a bit. Tried going for a stand-up intercept there, miss it. When I mentioned all I had to do was not be stupid here, and here I am playing it extremely risky when he's fully unblockable. Yeah, who else would do something like that? Yeah, looking back at this isn't the best performance I've put on the long shot by any means. So push him into a special life. I was hoping that the Fury would get purified, but what I can do now is I can purify it manually using the incinerate. If I don't know why I stalled there, but I might have been trying to get him to throw a heavy to build up a couple more bad karma, but then he just wouldn't throw it, so I think I went all in. One more special one and he's almost down. Come on. There we go. Wasn't my best fight, but I still think I've pretty much got this. Yeah, there was nothing really that he could have done there. Like, Korg versus Havoc in that order is not very good at all. So in this last round I am feeling kind of confident because he doesn't really have a good counter to Toad. Omega Sentinel is, or can deal with the poisons, but she can't deal with the node for this meta. And I have pretty much a good counter to every defender he has. So he drops his Wiccan in hopes that I don't know how to fight him. But all I know is that you need to not parry to not get the neutralize up, and then you should be fine. Because if you get the neutralize up and gain a buff, he puts an incinerate on you. So I just need to block bait his heavies, keep the stagger up, and what do? I parry. The one thing I literally said that I needed not to do. And I get hit a few times. That was actually, to be fair, I think that was actually perfect, because that pushed my power a little bit further, and then that allowed me to build up a stagger without him getting to an armor up, while also pushing me to my special 3. Yeah, that actually was, I was going to say that was one of the Mora moments, but that was actually perfect. And then here the special 2 should kill him, because Wiccan's got a very small health pool. Yep. And he's done. And there's, I don't think he's beaten that. To be fair, when I looked at this, I was quite surprised that he got him down. So, fair play to have forgotten for that. So, on to round 3 now. I'm sticking with the same bands because they work. I'm just looking through his roster to see roughly who he has, just so that influences my picks. Because if he doesn't have as many counters to said defender, for example Thing, I'm more likely to pick Thing. So one thing that I did really like about this is that I got to test out my Taskmaster. I'd recently taken him to rank 3 and sigged him up. He's always been a favourite of mine. He used to be a champ that I played a hell of a lot back in the day, and I am debating for him to be my next rank 4. I am thinking of also holding for the next featured, just in case, but at the moment it is looking likely that I do take Taskmaster up. I just love the champ, and he's also very underrated, which I will demonstrate in this round of, or in this match of 3. So I start off placing Mephisto. I'm thinking that he doesn't really have a good counter, and I think he places Nick here. So I go with Hulkling here, since I can't really throw Hulkling on defense and there's no one better to use Hulkling for. And he uses Mr. Fantastic for Mephisto, which, I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was. But you'll see what happens at the very end. And this is another one of those scenarios where I've seen people putting up like 53,000 points against Nick Fury with Hulkling. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like something I'm doing differently to everybody else. But I don't know what it is. Because like at the moment this feels like it couldn't really be going much better than it is. I mean, he could throw a special right away, but that doesn't make too much difference. Again, I'm trying to bait out the unblockable a bit here. That wasn't supposed to happen. Again, it doesn't help that I'm getting hit, but at the same time, there's just... like, we're almost 60 seconds in and his first life isn't even down. I've seen people finishing the second life in 60 seconds. So I'm not sure if it's just me. I mean, it definitely is just me, but I'm definitely doing something wrong. So I just need him to hold block for a second. And there we go. Of course I don't get any crits. Tried going for a special one just to nuke him down. Doesn't quite get him. Better special one. And he's down. And to my surprise, he does that absolutely perfectly. I was not expecting that at all, so very, very well played, Forgotten. That really surprised me. I was very impressed when I saw that. Now, this is the round that I was excited for, and this is probably the highlight for me. I didn't do it perfectly by any means, but I did it well enough for it to be, like, for me to be proud of it. So he places Thing, and I think I placed Nick Fury, yeah. And he's going with Sigil, which he's completely throwing this round, which is smart. That's the best thing you can do. And then I go with Taskmaster. So with this, it can either be like a 40-50 second fight or a 70 to 80 second fight, but it is pretty straightforward. So you literally just want to parry heavy, or do the corresponding attack to the exploit weakness, and then heavy attack, because you should be guaranteed to miss. And also Taskmaster has extra perfect block chance for the for extra stun duration. As you can see here, we've got 5 concussions up now, and every time I do a light attack, when it's the light exploit weakness, which deals a massive burst of damage. One special one, that did a lot of damage. But now I'm stuck with that special one exploit weakness, which I can't throw. So I have to wait that out. I also have to wait out this next one just because of the Hit Me I Dare You charges. I don't want those to go up too massive or too rapidly. So again, the plan literally just medium, heavy, occasionally special one if I have that weakness up. Throw the special one there just to get it off. Now one more medium special one here should do it. Now I was pretty proud of that fight because I couldn't have played that much better due to circumstances, but that fight can be done in around 50-ish seconds if you play it absolutely perfectly. But I need to get a little bit more practice in with him because I've not played him for a long time, but the muscle memory's still there, if that makes sense. I just need to get comfortable with him again, and I could do some pretty interesting things. Now, I go for Wiccan versus Cork here, and he goes for Valkyrie versus Thing. He's definitely got the favourable matchup because I do not like this fight at all. It's doable and it's good, but I personally am not comfortable with it. With Wiccan in general, really. Like, he's amazing, but like, I'm just not good with him. And you'll see what I mean by that soon. So the plan's literally just to keep the neutralise up as long as possible. I got lucky keeping the parry up there. So go for special 2. Get the degens on, get some plasma going. Keep the neutralise up, get his rock stacks down, and he shrugged my debuffs off, and that could screw me over pretty big here. Especially because he's at 5 now, and I didn't get the neutralise up in time. He has an armour, and that's this fight over. Like, I'm not going to kill him, and because I'm basically done for here, I just keep playing. I know damn well that he's not going to mess up Valkyrie versus Thing. So yeah, I literally just wait this out. Instead of just in case there's a slight chance, I wait it out, but it's not really looking good. Just play some Quake in the corner, get hit by heavy for a special 1, just stall out as much as I can, and yeah, I lose this one. There was no way I was beating that, especially after I gave him an armour. But yeah, that's 2-1 to me now. I need one more to win still, because this is best of 5. And you'll see here as well, by the end of this draft, I don't know, it's another one of those where I really don't like this meta because of how draft Ryan it is. Like, in the first 2 matches, I got lucky with the draft. In this match and the last match, Forgotten definitely had the better draft. And I feel like regardless of how you play, the draft is always the most important thing in this meta, and that shouldn't necessarily be the case in a solo competitive mode, because drafts aren't always just picking the right champ. Drafts are also like playing your cards right, but if you don't get the cards to play, then you can't win. It's one of those situations. And it's a lot more, what's the word? It's a much bigger factor in this meta than it was in the last 3, because in the last 3 you could still play around it and win, even with bad drafts. But with this, it's near impossible to do that. So this first one, we have a bit of a mirror matchup here. And I go for the rematch for Hulkling vs Nick. And you'll see the exact same thing happens. I don't know why, but it might be how big of a difference rank 4 makes, I don't know. But my Hulkling just isn't hitting as hard as what I see other people's doing, even at rank 3. So I'm a bit of an idiot, eat a few hits there. The regen's saving my ass again. As always, because I always scrub up. Just try and build up as many buffs as possible. Get to block the first hit. Go unblockable and try and nuke him down as quick as I can. Bit of special 2, perfect. I'm kind of glad he turtled up there because that made me go unblockable. And at the moment I feel like this is going a bit better than the last one. Like, I'm definitely doing this faster from what it feels to me. I tried getting him to block bait there, but that didn't work, so here I am with 30 seconds left. Trying to just chip him down. And yeah, this is definitely... When I said earlier that this felt like it was going faster, that caused it to be a lot slower. And now, I think, yeah, I did that in about 100 seconds. He nailed that fight, so very well played to him. He's definitely the better Hulkling player, if there is such a thing. But he did smash that out. So in this next round, I think I placed Weapon X. Yeah. Because I definitely didn't spend way too much money getting him. So I think he places, yeah, it's either Man-Thing or Doom. Yeah, he places Man-Thing, and I notice at this point that I have to go for Titania here, and then I'm screwed in the third round because he can place Dr. Doom, and I have no counters. And this is what I mean when I say the draft is pretty much the most important thing for this meta specifically. So Titania vs Man-Thing, it's a good matchup. It's a very good matchup, especially in this meta. I just need to not be a moron and not do what I always do and throw my heavy attack way too late. I'll let him hit me there, just so that I can build up some power, get to my special 3 faster, and also take advantage of the heavy attack in Haymaker. But I did it again. I threw a heavy attack, he used a buff, and now he's got an armor up. So I try and hit him while I'm indestructible. I think I can't remember if I just wait this out, but this waiting those armors out is so long. Like it takes up a good quarter. It literally takes up a quarter of the entire match of doing nothing apart from dancing around. I just need to hope it doesn't happen again there. Yep, staggered the armor this time. Heavy attack, go for my special 3. This does a lot of damage. Dash in, and again, he has the Intimidate debuff. He should be holding block. He should be going defensive, but no. My Titania is broken, and that just doesn't work. But at least I staggered the armor up. I actually waited out the buffs this time. I got very lucky there from intercepting with that heavy attack. and I think I hit just try and get the SP3 damage off before the match ends, and I time out. But luckily my Weapon X did its job, and I won that round. Titania's so good, but mine just doesn't work, and it's making me think she's not as good as she is. But anyway, I've been heavily outdrafted here. He has a counter for pretty much anyone. He's going to struggle most with Korg, so I put Korg down. If I placed Howard, he'd just use Valkyrie and hit him to block, and that'd be an easy fight. At least with Korg, it proposes some sort of challenge. Now here what I try and do is literally just parry, medium, build up my rock stacks, get as much damage off as possible before I die. And that's pretty much the only strategy I can go for, because there's no way of me staggering or nullifying anything, unless I get to a special 2, which isn't going to happen in this scenario. So I just kind of wait out my rock stacks a bit, just so that I can build up those Furies, and then do one hit in at a time. Full bit on the special 2. I'm just trying to play it really slow, get up to a special 2 so I can at least stagger one armor up. But I'm a minute in at this point, and I've done pretty much no damage. I could have waited until Aura was off to do that. I've taken 10% off, and I mistimed the special 2 decks, and now I'm pretty much dead. So just doing as much damage as possible and get clipped by the start of the special 2 here. But he messed up a lot more than I did. I got stupidly lucky here. So yeah, I end up winning 3-1 luckily. GG's to Forgotten. Please go check out his channel if you haven't already. That's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.